Believe it or not, I've got Lomo L-CA, but I don't use it much, mainly because it's broken. But Lomography have got a sort of fix for that, because they've taken that lens from that fixed compact film camera and made it into this.
That Russian camera, you know, the one that was never meant to be hip. The copy of the Cosina CX-162, the camera adored by a lot of digital denying photographers, and what started the whole Lomography movement. But things are changing.
And now Lomography are trying to take over the world of digital with this lens, the Lomo L-CA Minitar Art lens. It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Spinach.
It's styled in a retro way, the focusing tab a nod to its past, and to be honest, it doesn't feel all that toy-like.
It's actually quite well made. It's made of metal, and this lens cap is a bit funky. Wait. And when I say funky, I mean, what the hell were they thinking of when they made this? I am going to lose that at some point. And bizarrely, in their first venture into making lenses for digital cameras, they made it for the Leica M mount. How funny is that? Lo-fi photography mixed with bloody expensive photography. Thing is, it's also rangefinder coupled, so you can actually use it to focus on a Leica.
Of course, technically, you can mount this on a film Leica also, but that would be stupid.
We don't need this screen. Yes. You know, got to get into the whole Lomo mentality. Lomography mentality, rather. Don't think and all that. What's the other golden rules? Wear drop crotch trousers. Asymmetrical haircuts. Hats. Hats are good.
The new rule is that digital cameras are cool now, I guess.
Now, there was a difference between the L-CA and the L-CA Plus. The L-CA is the original. You could change aperture, but the shutter speed was stuck at 60th of a second, and I'm going to do that now for authenticity. No other reason. Well, pretentiousness as well. And in true Lomo fashion, I'm not going to use the viewfinder to check focus. Scale focusing for me.
On top of that, might as well shoot from the hip to add to the potential image-making disaster process. But that's what we want. We also want funky colours, gnarly vignetting.
That's why people like Lomography. That's the kind of effect people expect when you buy a toy camera.
But let's be honest, this image has been tweaked. The original raw file looks very flat, so very Sony. But it's not like you'd always get the right effect out of the L-CA without picking the right film and, of course, cross-processing them.
You know, the 60th of a second thing is a bit, for want of a better word, retarded, because I'm moving, people are moving. But that's the fun of it, isn't it? It's Lomography.
Set it at f2.8 and you'll get some severe vignetting and soft corners. Scale focusing is a breeze, although if you want the 32mm focal length and not so wide maximum aperture f2.8 means it's easy to nail focus through the viewfinder.
But where's the fun in that? If I wanted that, I'd just get a proper lens, wouldn't I? It would be a bit unfair to look at things like sharpness. You know, the usual lens test. Because it wouldn't do too well.
Trouble with reviewing this lens is that you don't rate it based on how good it will be, but on how bad it will be, somewhat.
Oh yes, it's not exactly sharp, and there's quite a bit of light fall off. And that's what people want.
And it's good. I mean, bad. Well, it's got a slight bit of sharpness in the centre. You'll get all that unique corner goodness / badness at f2.8 though. The softness, the vignetting and the weird gunky stuff. And that's exactly what you want to do. Shoot at f2.8. I'm actually finding it to be a hoot to shoot with. Not sure if it's the lens or just the carefree attitude that I'm shooting these photos with.
I like that guy's hat. This is probably quite subversive. This is probably quite weird and Lomo-like, isn't it? Oh, okay. That's my wank sorted tonight then. One of the good things about Lomography is that you don't have to adhere to all these conventions of what good photography is. You just do whatever and intentionally mess things up. Straight horizons, no bang, no thank you. In focus, bang, no thanks. Interesting shots, bang, out the door.
So the big question, will those Lomographer fanboys be into this one? Well, perhaps.
But when you're shooting digital, you kind of lack that same surprise element that you get when you're shooting film. And especially with the L-CA, there is quite a big surprise element in the sense that, oh, I've just paid a few quid on developing film and it's all rubbish. Yes, that kind of surprise, not the Christmas surprise. Well, it's the, oh, lump of coal for Christmas surprise. And that was fun. But these days, most people can't be arsed with film. All the fuss, all the waiting. And you can do it with just this.
So has this Minitar lens succeeded? Well, it's succeeded in that it has brought all that good crap goodness to the digital realm. Will it be a successful seller? Well, who knows, but the price might be a bit prohibitive. £250, $350 US, around the same price as a Canon 50mm f1.4. You might say that you can get those effects for much cheaper on Instagram or using whatever creative filter you have. But it's a bit of fun. Although if you want to get what it's all about but you don't get it, perhaps you should try sourcing the original made in Russia L-CA first.
But my L-CA Plus is still broken and it needs fixing, which means a bit of DIY work for me. Well, I got the L-CA because I wanted to see why it's so popular, but it broke even before I managed to finish the first roll of film. But that's why I'm going to fix it now. Okay, I've just come to the realization that I don't actually know what I'm supposed to be fixing. Ow. Arse. I wonder if it's going to be covered on the warranty.